stage. Hey, what's up, everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. Going to be doing some really cool stuff today. I'm with Cantor Codes, Michael Cantor, the wizard behind Hashgraph Online. Well, one of many. And yeah, really excited for today's session. We're going to be doing some vibe coding. If you remember last week or about a week and a half ago, actually no, almost 2 weeks ago now, we had a similar session with Shaw. Shaw makes magic. He's obviously the founder of Eliza, where him and we made some really good progress with the HCS-10 or Open Convey Eliza plugin. And I'm hoping today, we weren't able to get it all the way to 100%, but I'm hoping today with the help of Cantor, the main developer behind it, we can do that final 20% and get it up and running. So before we begin, Cantor, do you want to maybe just give a quick intro to yourself? I know probably most people here are familiar with you and that you've given 100 interviews on this channel before, but just in case there are any newbies here, it'd be great to hear about you.
Thanks, Jake. Well, first off, thank you for putting on this show. I think this is going to be really exciting. If you guys haven't seen the live stream that Jake did with Shaw last time, it was really awesome. Definitely worth a watch. Even if you're not super technical, you will learn a lot from that session. On my side, I'm Michael Cantor. I'm the president of Hashgraph Online. I've also been building in the Hedera community for over 3 years now on a wide variety of fronts, and I've been in the Web3 ecosystem since around 2016 and writing software for the last 15 years or so. At Hashgraph Online, what we're doing is we're building the future fully on-chain agentic internet through a series of open source standards and toolkits. We are a consortium of organizations as our members. It's a quite similar structure to Hedera LLC, actually. And as of today, we have 10 member organizations in Hashgraph Online, the likes of Hashpack, Neuron, Hgraph, Turtle Moon, KiloScribe, etc. And these organizations, we all come together through a governance process, and we create standards like Open Convey, which we'll be talking about during this stream, and integrating into the Hedera official Eliza OS plugin.
That's it, man. Yeah, no, it's really good. I think also just while we're on that sort of note of Open Convey and AI agents, definitely, if you haven't already, sign up to our AI agent hackathon. You can see the link to it below, hashgraphodonline.com/hackathon. We've got a hackathon which has already started. There's about 2.5 weeks left, and the total prize pool is $30,000. So there's quite a lot of opportunity. We've got a few different tracks. One of them is building the solutions using HCS-10 or Open Convey, as we also call it. So if you haven't already, sign it up. You don't have to be a Hedera native. And actually, you can even build on your chain. Let's say you're a Solana dev or you're an ETH dev. You can still have the actual application layer on your chain and the AI agent on your chain, but use Hedera HCS-10 as that layer 0. So I just wanted to put that out there as well. We're not sort of saying everything needs to be done on Hedera, just the HCS-10 part, which by necessity is done on Hedera. So cool. I mean, Cantor, should we get into it then? I can share my screen. We can get the environment set up again. I definitely need to find my bearings, and we can sort of just basically, I guess, find our bearings together, and then look at actually building some net new code.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, cool. I'm going to share my screen, present, share screen, share my entire screen. Might need to rejig my thing a little bit. Okay, so it looks like we have it here now. So we've got, right, over here, I think we've got the standard agent kit and the standards SDK. And then we also have, if I get my cursor open, and I probably should have done this before, but I always quite like to just do stuff live, because I think with these things, you sort of see the whole process from the very beginning. Now, I've got this is the Eliza repo. So if I cd into here, this is our Eliza agent where we started building the plugin -Hedera. And then I also need to find that plugin -Hedera as well. So I've got plugin -Hedera. Now this is our actual Eliza plugin, which is where I started the OpenConvey feature branch. So just for your context, Cantor, we started it in here. So this was sort of a lot of vibe coding, and I was very fortunate that Shaw was able to tell me sort of where I can, Shaw was able to tell me like which other source code I could look to and reference. We may even have chat history over here. Yeah, it looks like we do. Cool, okay. And so it's using the HCS-10 client. This client's out of date. So is it worth updating this, do you think, before we sort of
think so. Honestly, the standards SDK and the standards agent kit has changed so much over the last couple of weeks that it might be completely different, but it's worthwhile. We can run through any issues that come up with that.
In that case, I will. So we have, currently on 1.0.6. I know that's Hedera agent kit. So currently we're at for the. Am I being blind? Where does?
I think that's weird. Yeah, you don't have in your. I guess let's just install it fresh. Yeah, it's like npmi hashgraph online / standards SDK.
No, that's really weird though. Why is that not in my?
I wonder if that's why you had to put that TS ignore statement up there. Maybe it wasn't ever installed.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Let's see. Oh. It's kind of. I don't know. Okay. All right. Well, let's go. Yeah, let's install it. It might be that I had it in here, in the other repo. So this is the agent, and then if we go into the package.json here, I wonder if I had it in here. No, weird. That's crazy. You'd expect it. Okay, whatever. Right then, so we'll install that. We'll do pnpm install Hashgraph Online standards SDK, and I'll remove that TS ignore. And it's the same classes, right? Using the same classes over here, presumably.
Yeah, that's correct.
Sweet. So if I managed to add them in somehow, let's see if it's showing up in my package. Yeah, now it's coming through. Okay, so we've got 0.074. That's the latest one, right?
Yeah, that should be the latest one. I can double check. That sounds about right.
Okay, and then what are we getting this error here for now? We're saying, okay, so it says it's got no exported member HCS-10 client. Did you mean HCS-11 client?
That's not right. Let me double check what the name of that export is.
While you do that, I'll get the other files set up which are needed. So I remember the standards agent kit that allows me to run a test script, which, if I remember correctly, I can have like a consumer. Sorry, I can have like a source agent, client agent, and using it, I can then communicate with this Eliza agent on the topic that is listening to over here.
It is. I just confirmed. It's definitely HCS-10 client, but let's see if maybe it's like a issue with the TS config file or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
But try to do like a relative import and see what comes up.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's why I had this error. Okay, let's get this. If I go over to, I think now in the other application, in this Eliza core repo, if I run pnpm start here, I just do pnpm start. I think what this will do, error starting agent. Oopsie. Yeah, I need to use 23. Pim start. Here we go. So it does look like it's also still listening to the right, quick querying messages from the topic. And it's saying,
oh yeah, no, it's logging the stuff from the base client, so the import is working. Nice. Yeah. Okay, cool. It's probably like a weird VS Code thing that's not picking up.
Yeah,
like a TS config file.
We can sort of debug that later. So what's happening now, just for those who are watching, is it's firstly querying the inbound topic, querying messages in outbound topic. So this is what's this outbound topic? That's when it's coming from another agent into it, or not?
So there's two topics. There's an inbound topic and there's an outbound topic. The inbound topic is basically your agent's inbox, and it's not meant to have conversations. It's meant to have conversation requests. So if your Eliza agent reaches out to my Eliza agent, says, I want to talk, it would create a connection request in the inbound topic ID. And then I would look at it. I'd look at your agent and be like, well, yeah, I want to talk to Jake. That sounds cool. And then I will create a connection topic that has our 2 threshold keys, so only we can chat on it. The outbound topic ID is kind of like a record stream, so that your agent, whenever it does anything, let's say it makes a connection request to another client or it already approved one, it would post it in its outbound topic. Right. And that way it can recreate all the history that it's done before and figure out these are all the people I'm talking to, or these are the people I've closed conversations on, and basically have that as a reference.
Okay, so then these 7 messages, they would have, assuming that, I believe these 7 messages, every single one of these 7 would have been another AI agent or myself as a human sending a message to the Eliza agent's inbound topic. And then when that connection is activated, my Eliza agent sends a message to its own outbound topic. And now it's later on, this was maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, it's looking at an outbound topic, and then it's going to be scanning those out the communication topic which is specified on the outbound topic. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. Right. I would record, I'm talking to Jake. This is Jake's connection topic ID. And now I know to go and grab all the messages from that one and see if there's any new responses.
Got you. Okay, makes sense. So in that case, let's now the point where we got to with Shaw is we weren't able to be created. So there would have been, we got an inbound request. I believe the Eliza agent acknowledged that, the inbound message. It was then when it was actually creating the new one, that's where we had the error. So which repo should I use the standards agent kit in order to, on my local machine, try to ping my Eliza's inbound topic? Am I in the right repo over here? Maybe I need to
yeah. I would just pull down the latest code because that has changed a lot too. Now we have a plugins ecosystem in there as well. Nice. So you would probably, the easiest way, I guess, you can either use the LangChain demo or the CLI demo. The LangChain demo is more fun, but maybe more error prone. But let's try that, see how it goes.
Let's do, so what's that? So that's npm test.
npm start LangChain demo with a dash in between. There you go. And fingers crossed that should run.
Let
me double check.
npm run. Yeah, here we go.
It's npm run LangChain dash demo.
Yeah. Okay. So I need to reinitialize. Has the I remember there was quite a lot of issues with the environment variables before. Has that all been clarified? Because before I had.
It should be. Let me check my local ANV. So what you want is Hedera _ operator ID, Hedera _ operator key. That should be enough.
Yeah, and then the inbound and outbound topics.
No, you don't. Well, if have you already created an agent? Do you have one in there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you've got
it's
Todd, so he's
isn't it?
good. Yeah, it
Yeah.
should automatically detect that Todd's been created and pull that in.
So I do have Hedera operator ID, and I do have Hedera operator key in my .env.
It should work. Where is it throwing the error?
It is throwing the error in.
LangChain demo on line 169. Let me go check on my side. What's happening on line 169? Hedera operator ID and Hedera operator key must both be set. Yeah, those are the right env variables. So it's looking for the right thing and it's saying you don't have it. That's super weird.
Hedera underscore operator ID. Hedera. Is it? It's calling. Maybe let me just do a npm install again. See if that does anything.
Yeah. I wonder if .env is set up.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I didn't run the Vite build. Yeah, that's probably, that might be it. npm run LangChain demos there. Same thing.
You sure they're in your .env file?
They're definitely there.
Hedera operator ID, Hedera.
I mean, where that's in
Oh,
the root.
I'm not seeing Hedera operator key. I'm seeing Hedera private key.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing that we renamed because it was confusing. So it's operator ID and operator key.
So we've got Hedera operate. Yeah. Okay. Good spot. Operator.
For those watching, these are testnet keys.
Yeah, they are testnet keys. I think I might have showed my open API key in full as well, but
so you probably want to roll that after the stream.
Yeah, probably gonna want to do that. But I think got Hedera network, Todd ID to a private key. Let's try this now. And we're good. Right. Okay, awesome. So we still have that sort of.
Yes, it's running.
Right. But it's saying error fetching messages. Why might that be?
The streamers, just imagine Jay Call is in a mech suit right now. Okay, so error querying topic IDs. That might be the monitor. You should still be able to talk to it. If not, let's just run the CLI demo. Try asking it a question. Say, retrieve my profile.
Account ID not provide. Here we go. Here's your profile. Test agent, cool agent.
Yeah.
We're a mini. Okay. Yeah, looks fun. Well then, so let's go. Right. What we want to try and do then is I want to try and connect with this agent over here. So
yeah.
I believe this is a different agent. So this is 4.7, and over here we have 8.8. So I've got two different agents over here.
So what you can try to ask it in natural language is, this is a new tool that we added so that you don't have to keep creating new conversations. So theoretically, you should be able to ask, I have an existing conversation with this agent. Can you send them a new message?
Okay. Well, let's go. What do you think? We can try that, or because what I do remember is when we were testing, it was specifically when trying to make a new connection with this inbound topic, then that was where the error was throwing.
Okay.
Should I resolve that first, and then maybe?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. So for that, I just go. I give it the account ID name, and I say speak to create a new conversation with this Hedera account ID.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to provide the inbound. You just provide their account ID, and that should be enough.
Okay. So create a new. And yeah, so what I think was happening here we go. You see this? So it's come up, and now it's just going to hang on attempt 7 out of 30 to find connection. So can you just well, I'm going to explain what I think's happening, and if you could just sense check it. So right now, this agent, the client agent, we'll call this client agent, and we'll call this Eliza agent. This client agent has just sent a message, outbound message to the client, to the Eliza agent's inbound topic. And now the onus is on the Eliza agent to listen to that inbound topic and then send its own outbound message saying, okay, listen to the inbound topic, create a connection topic, and then send an outbound message saying, I have created this new topic, I've created this new topic, and we can now talk on this. Yeah, is that sort of what theoretically should be happening?
Oh, I was muted. Yes, theoretically, that's what should be happening. Your agent kit made a request to your Eliza agent's inbound topic, said, I want to chat. And then the Eliza agent's supposed to see that request and create a new connection topic ID and record in its outbound that they're talking at this point. So it has in its history. But there was an error that said error handling connection request.
Yes.
Through the updates that we made in the SDK, some of the parameters did change, and I wonder if that's part of it.
So this error was happening even before.
Okay.
Yeah, but then so just again, because obviously I probably know and understand these concepts more than the average Joe. When we get these messages over here, found 7 connection, attempt 7 out of 30 to find connection confirmation, is this client agent, is that now polling the outbound topic of the Eliza agent?
Sorry, rephrase it. I was looking at some code to diagnose the issue.
So we've currently got here, for example, attempt 28 out of 30 to find a connection confirmation.
Oh, yes. So it's polling the inbound topic that it sent the request to, and it's looking for a message that says connection created. When it sees the connection created message, then it says, okay, we're talking now. I've confirmed it.
So that's on the inbound message, not the outbound.
Correct. Yeah. And once it sees that inbound message, it records in its own outbound topic to say, oh, we're talking. So now it has that historical context, and it can figure out these are all the conversations I'm in. And it's vice versa on the other side.
Right. Okay. So both of the agents will have a message on their outbound topic saying we're talking to each other on this connection topic.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, makes sense. Right then, so it failed because obviously we have 30 out of 30 didn't connect. We've got this error over here, error handling connect request number 17.
I did notice right before it says fail to fetch account, which is weird. It makes me think that maybe, because we've been changing a lot of stuff with the SDK.
Yeah.
So it is possible that it's actually the account's actually not set up properly, like either the memo specification or something else.
Yeah.
So one thing to do could maybe be to start on a fresh slate and create a brand new agent for the Eliza plugin, create a brand new agent for the standards agent kit, just so we're sure. And also we can probably get rid of that pesky monitor log while we're doing that. I think agent registration preparation, we've got that down to about like a minute, 30 seconds max. Might be even faster now.
Yeah. Let's do that. That sounds good. So remind me, what do? Do I delete Todd?
Yeah, get rid of Todd.
Okay, so I'm deleting Todd.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And the cool thing now is the standards agent kit enables you to create multiple identities. You create a bunch of agents and stores them all under a prefix. So run the LangChain demo.
And I think it'll be good here actually. If I also go up on our, what's happened? Error doesn't.
Oh, it's saying that it couldn't find Todd basically. I'll add that as a to-do in my end that it shouldn't log that. So.
Okay, so let's go. What should I create? What do I do now?
Say I want to create a new agent. Bim. For those watching, this is the LangChain terminal, and basically what it means, like anyone who's using the agent kit, even if you're a non-coder, you can talk to the LangChain terminal and you can do stuff without writing any code.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, then, so name. What name would you like to name the agent? Let's call it JCool. So 1 JCool, 2 cool agent.
Cool agent who does live streams on Hedera.
Let's do base dev.
Base dev. All right, let's do it.
Is that can you say you're a base dev, or is that like eliminate the baseness?
I mean, I think historically people have called themselves base. So model, let's say Gemini 3.5, I guess. I don't know. Doesn't really matter.
So what for the type manual, yeah?
I would say autonomous. Okay. Well, actually, yeah, it is manual. No, yeah, probably manual.
Manual for any specific. Well, I've only got my ChatGPT API key, so I'll just do 4 a minute.
Yeah. The model specification it's kind of just like it's an optional field. Eventually, it's something that we want to enforce and check through validation, things like that. But it's really just metadata for registration.
Right.
For capabilities, you could just say the default. Capabilities are technically an enum from 0 to 17 of different capabilities.
Nice.
So yeah, let's just say the default for now.
Right, but hang on. So that's only really for the person who's checking them on the registry, right? That's not actually gonna, or is it? Is that only for the registry?
The capabilities.
Yeah.
It's for the registry. The idea is that through the registry where you can find agents and the upcoming portal, you'll be able to find agents that meet specific capabilities. Like you're looking for a video generation agent, or you're looking for an image generation agent, and it would narrow down that list for you.
Yeah, makes sense.
For profile picture, you can type todd.svg, and that's a file that'll be located in the repo, and it should be able to plug that in.
Nice.
But for anyone watching, you put a URL or something else in there, in other words.
This I'm guessing this is HIP 991, yeah?
Yeah, to keep it simple, let's say no fees.
Yeah.
And then just put no.
Okay. Let's get it.
Let's see. Yes, it's working. Found the SVG, created the account, gave you 50 HBAR and balance initially. Now it's creating all the topics. It's validating that request. So just it's inscribing that SVG. Should go pretty fast. I think we've gotten these inscriptions down to like 30 to 45 seconds max. So this is an async process where it's creating an HCS-10 file, and it's taking all the bytes from that SVG and it's breaking them out and it's putting them on the HCS-10 topic. And when it's done, it'll create another metadata file and it'll put that into your account's memo. So you can see it moved from paid to processing. So the request is going, and it should inscribe shortly now that it's in the processing state.
Well, let's go. While it's doing that, I've just, so this is the account which has been created. Now, from this account, we should be able to go to all of the topics that have been created, right? Do you want to maybe take me through that?
They won't be in the memo yet, but once it's done inscribing the metadata file, it will. So I can see on the other screen now, it just finished the SVG, and now it's doing the metadata file. So it's gotten really fast.
Okay.
While that's going, maybe we can set up the Eliza agent since it is a longer async process.
Yeah. So where should I do that? Do I just...
maybe what you can do is spin up another instance of the LangChain demo in another tab. And then...
Yeah. Can I do it in this, in the normal agent kits repo, standards SDK?
Standards agent kit, let's do that one.
Okay, so standards agent.
And
damn it.
So this time run npm run CLI demo.
Yeah.
And then click type 1 to register a new agent.
Yep.
Yeah. So these are the enums I was talking about before.
Yeah.
Let's say, just for fun, that this is a market intelligence agent. So you would type 9.
9. No 0, or would we have both 0 and 9?
Yeah, let's put 0 and 9, and you just comma separate it. So it's like 0, 9, etc.
Yeah.
Then let's put alice.svg so that they have different profile pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Rename that. So call it Alice. Yeah. That they'll be stored in separate env, and then you'll be able to copy that into your Eliza setup. You've got. Let's see how the first one is doing while that runs in the background.
Cool.
I suspect the first one is probably close to done, if not already done. Yeah. So it created the metadata, inscribed it, put it on the memo, and now it's registering on the registry.
Yeah. And it's updated the memo too.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, so let's run through the memo. So basically, the way that it works with the registry and the AI agents is every AI agent is identified through this memo field. If I'm not using the registry and I see there's an account that has this HCS-11 memo, I think to myself, oh, this must be an AI agent because it's using the HCS-11 standard. So the HCS-11 standard basically is a JSON specification that tells you some information about the agent's name, the description, its capabilities. But most importantly, it also has the agent's inbound topic ID and their outbound topic ID. So that topic that it has there, you can plug that into, for example, through the KiloScribe CDN link, and it'll give you the data on it. So I'm going to paste a link in our chat so that you can easily get to this. And
Exception right now.
Replace topic ID with the HCS topic ID. There you go.
Put that. So then we'll go topic ID over here. And by the way, it's all over here, right? Anyway, yeah. I mean, I guess this is 64.
It is. It is encoded. And it's also what is it? We use a ZSTD to compress the file as well, so you can't actually see it without decompressing it. So the CDN does all that work for you. It makes it easy. So that's the topic ID for the agent that you made, and you can see the agent's name is jcool. You've got that file. You got that profile image that we inscribed, which will have just like a T in it, and most importantly, the inbound topic ID and the outbound topic ID.
So I want to have a quick look at because I know, for example, if I paste in the image over here, this should show me the image, right? Yeah.
Yes. You got the T for Todd.
Yeah.
And then the other one that you're registering, it'll be an A for Alice.
Yes. Nice. Okay. And then so this inbound topic. So well, hang on. So this is the jcool dev. The Alice dev. We can then monitor the inbound topics on the Alice dev or the Eliza dev, and we can actually see whether jcool agent has actually sent the request to them, can't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Awesome. Well, I think this is probably done now as well. Here we have it. So we've got Eliza
agent.
Let's go.
We've gotten this down pretty fast. I think in total probably took like 1.5 minutes on both sides. So now if you go in your env file, you'll have Todd and Alice in there under separate prefixes.
Awesome.
It didn't put Todd in, which is a bit of maybe it's because we ran both sessions and I got ahead of myself. Crimey.
It probably overwrote the.
Let's try to ask LangChain to give you the PK for Todd. Let's see if it works. If not, we might have to recreate Todd again. God dang it.
Urgent. Oh, community will. Damn it, this is clever, man. We need to hack it. Okay, let's go. Should we try and do it? Should we create a prompt? Nah, whatever. Okay, we'll create it from scratch. We can do it using the CLI again. I think the CLI is quite...
Yeah, maybe just in case, close it and reopen it so it knows that there's already one in there.
Yeah, so we go...
Yeah. And let's just do it with the CLI demo just to be sure.
Yeah, so we've got one, register new agent. We'll call this one Cool. We'll call it Todd just to keep it similar.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, just so it's easier.
Yeah, because otherwise it'd be Todd's and we probably should have called the other one Eliza, but oh well. Okay, so we had 0 and 9. Yeah, 0 and 9. And then Todd.svg, configure feeds for this agent. Nope. Lead blank. We'll leave it blank. Okay. So this will now hopefully add it to the right one. While that's happening, I'll get the... While that's happening...
Yeah, now you can edit the EMV in the Eliza side and pop in Alice, which will be your agent that's running.
Yeah, so we've got... Now, we can also do a bit of a cleanup on the environment variables because I'm pretty sure... God damn it. I'm pretty sure we had... Our environment variables were all over the place.
Yeah.
So technically speaking, all of the environment variables should be in this Eliza repo, this base Eliza repo. So we've got them here. So I'm going to remove it from the... Everything here should be gone. We don't need to have we shouldn't have an environment variable in this plugin. All of the environment variables should be in here, and we have Hedera account ID, Hedera private key. What should I then? I think the environment variables may have. Does that look right? These environment variables, would they need to be updated?
So, well, I guess I'm not. Well, this is the Eliza repo, so it's a bit confusing to me. But it should be for with the agent kit, and what the agent kit would be expecting is Hedera operator ID and Hedera operator key. But this is Eliza, so it would probably be more what EMV is it using here. So let's see how the HCS-10 client is initialized, and then figure that out. Where is this account ID coming from?
Yep. So we've got this. So private key, Hedera _ private key.
Yeah,
it creates the class over here, doesn't it? So
yes, exactly. So I think whatever those EMV variables are named is what we'll want.
Okay, so this should really align with this provider, just because it doesn't make sense. Hedera account ID. Yeah, I think that's good. So we've got Hedera account ID, Hedera account ID, Hedera private key. Yeah, sweet. Because basically what we don't is we don't want to have the Hedera agent kit and the Open Convey agent kit having the same values just for different named environment variables. But in that case, I can delete a lot of this crap then. So that's not needed. That's not needed. These will need to be updated. Hedera public key. Do we need Hedera public key? Not here, at least. I'll delete.
No, and I was a little bit that's like an aside, but I was a little bit confused what the use of the public key is in general.
Yeah,
I mean, you can always work backwards from the mirror node API if you do need the public key for something.
Yeah, I think really that's just for, this is actually for the agent kit, the Hedera agent kit, but I'll leave that in for the time being. We're not focused on the agent kit. So it looks like we have the relevant.
So, but in your EMV, in the plugin, your account ID and your private key should probably be Alice, which we just created in the CLI demo.
Yes, exactly that, exactly that. So we're going to go, let's go, here we have Alice account ID. That's our Hedera account ID. Alice private key. That's our private key here. I don't think that's copied correctly. That should be right. And then we have our inbound topic ID. Inbound topic ID. That's the outbound one. Paste. Inbound topic ID. Yank. Paste. Hedera network testnet. That's fine. Restrict testnet. That's fine. It doesn't look like it's added Todd either.
Try to, is that the latest version of the env file?
Yeah, because it's added the Todd as the known prefix.
That's super frustrating. It must not be saving it in the env at some point.
Yeah.
What I could do, I'll just send you.
We're talking to him. We've got him in here, so maybe we can. Will it work? The environment variable?
Don't close the CLI for now. We should be initialized.
Exactly. Yeah, don't close it. Okay, so we've got that. I think we're ready to go again. So if I run pm start over here, this will run. What we say? Old version. So we've got pm start. This should now. Here we go. Got this inbound topic. So we can have so this is the inbound topic for Alice. Let's get this up on HashScan. And currently this should be empty. But when we send when we initiate connection to another agent.
Yeah, so let's try that size 6. And pop in that account ID.
Account ID over here. Okay, so now it's done that.
Yeah, so now it's pulling down the metadata file. It figured it out, and it got your inbound outbound topic. And there it is. There's the connection request. So now on the Eliza side.
So we're going to get this error, though, I think. Here we go. Error. Handling connection request.
What's weird there is it's saying failed to fetch account. So let's start jumping into the code and see what's actually going on. Let me lower my desk a little bit so I can get comfortable here.
You're locking in, yeah. You're locking in now.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got this. Yeah, so this is the error. Failed to fetch account. Where's that coming from? Is that coming from... That's coming from Hedera mirror node. Oh, no, that's not the right one. Failed to fetch it. That's not right.
No, it might be... What does it say exactly? Failed to fetch account. That's coming from the standards SDK.
Yeah. Okay.
So I wonder why that's happening. Let's see how the client is configured first of all. Maybe it's set to mainnet, not testnet, or something silly.
Okay.
So
testnet. So I think it is testnet. Default to testnet. We have in our environment variable. We also have we also have testnet for our environment variable in the Eliza plugin.
Okay, so let's try. Oh well, the operator ID is wrong. Also, I just noticed that this .operator ID, but I don't think that's being used for anything. Let me double check here. So creating a new HCS-10 client. Can we log the account and the network
Yes.
and I guess we're gonna have to recreate another request. But what we can, before we do the request, what we can actually do is like call the retrieve profile method from inside here and see if that works, if it's able to fetch the profile.
So what, log all of this stuff? Yeah.
Yes, and right after the client is initialized, let's create a new variable called profile. So constant profile is equal to client await.client.retrieve profile. And it's not type hinting, so that's frustrating, but that should work.
Why is that not?
Oh, because it's in the constructor, it's not async. I guess we could do it like a .den.
Yeah,
and just see if it logs in, because we don't actually need this for something. We just
it's still not typing.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it? Get profile.
It's a retrieve profile.
Retrieve profile.
Yeah.
And then, is there any arguments to that method?
The only argument is it not? Yeah, the only argument would be the account ID that you want to retrieve. Okay. So we want to pass in Todd's account ID.
We want to pass in interesting. That'd be hard. We can hard code that. Yes,
exactly. So I just want to know, is the retrieve profile method failing and why? So then do like a .den, and then let's log the response.
Just the console. That should be right, actually. Okay, cool.
All right, so let's restart the Eliza thing, and let's just see what happens on that side.
Might need to rebuild this. npm build. Okay, that's been built. We rerun it over here. Now, because this is happening in the constructor, I don't even think we need to send another message. We should just be good to start.
All right, let's see.
So it's failing over here. Did we log it? I can't see those.
Yeah, it looks like it didn't log anything. Maybe right before it. Well, I also don't see the logs for the account ID or the operator ID or anything like that.
Yeah.
Also, another question would be, is the HCS-10 client being reinitialized anywhere else?
Topic ID. Where are these logs? I wonder if I search this dot. No. What might that be? Maybe it's because I need to do a fresh install here. Might be because of that.
Are you using like are you linking to the built plugin somehow, like as a file reference or?
Yeah, file reference. Yeah, we could have a look as to how it's doing it.
I wonder if the console logs are also getting removed during that process. So maybe one thing that you can do is create a new logger instance.
Yeah, we have a logger inside of the.
Yeah.
Logger dot. Right, I've got. Eliza logger. Okay. There we go. Eliza logger.info. Maybe that's going to be better. Let's try that. We'll rebuild it over here. Stop that. Clear that. Npm start when that's built. Okay.
Yeah, there's no evidence that it's actually getting called here. What's interesting though, this time it didn't try to check the connections that were made like it was doing last time when you restarted it. So something changed.
Something has changed. Why is that? Why has it's not because we're not seeing any other logs. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe it's because this is breaking it.
Try wrapping and try catch around it maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Remember, you have to do like the .den. It's like the autocomplete messed it up a little bit.
It's messed it up, isn't it? There we go. Okay.
Let's see.
Right. Let's try that. Clear that.
Do we also know if the topic client is being called or initialized all the time when you run the Eliza agent?
Well, it was earlier. It was logging everything correctly. Before, what's going on? Earlier, it was logging that there were some variables which were being logged correctly. Why it's changed now, I couldn't tell you. I mean, maybe we can just revert this file.
We haven't changed a whole lot for it to.
No, we've just been logging stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, that doesn't make a difference either. Logger, Eliza.
Oh, what logger is being passed to HCS-10 client? What's this Eliza logger?
It's actually exactly the same.
Well, the standards SDK is expecting a logger from the standards SDK. So when you create the new HCS-10 client, you can't actually pass the Eliza logger. I don't know if that's related to it, but just in case, inside the HCS-10 client, where you're passing the logger argument, you can either just omit that argument entirely, or you can.
Let's just omit it.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, it could even pim build. I also just reverted the package as well, because none of this has been logged. This was being logged before. That was definitely being logged before. Let's now start one more time. Pim start. Maybe I need to build in here.
Well, now it's not logging in here either, even though you reverted.
Yeah. What have I done? Pim build. Huh. This is boring.
Hedera, Eliza, are you running it in the same place that you were before?
Maybe I'm being a moron and I'm not. Hedera, Eliza. Yeah, this is the right. This is the right repo. This is where I've got all of the environment variables over there. Got OpenAI key. I just need to check my calendar quickly. What have I got? Okay. Right. So,
I'd just be wondering, where does topic client get initialized? And maybe that's where we go from.
So it's coming from where does this topic client get initialized? Yeah, I mean, we've reverted everything back to how it was originally. So I don't know why it might just be some sort of configuration for.
We did change the ENV a lot.
Yeah, but that would usually throw errors. We did change the ENV a lot. That would usually just throw errors if something's missing.
Yeah.
Let's just do this. Install. Let's build it here as well. And start it here. No, it's just not. Weird.
Yeah, it's like this. Well, it sees the agent, the Hedera agent kit, which is interesting, right?
Yeah.
So it has that context that the agent kit is in there, but the logs we had before aren't showing up.
So that basically. So if we go into our.
Is there like an ENV setting for the log level? Just as a crazy aside, because we were messing with the ENV.
Oh, do you know what we did? We deleted the environment variables in here.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Yeah, that might be why. But I mean, it shouldn't be like we shouldn't need to have.
Not for the build version, no. It wouldn't really make sense. But I mean, I think we did mess with a lot of the ENV in the Eliza setup itself, and I do wonder if we got rid of like a log level or something like that.
Yeah, maybe I can spam on there. So I think this is as far back as we can go. Hedera public key.
I'm checking the Git repo right now on my side.
No. 23.3.
Let's plug in Hedera.
I think it's just because I'm doing something wrong with the actual configuration of the agent. Because we've got inside here, this is our Hedera plugin. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, no, I'm pretty okay. So I must have inside of this Hedera plugin. I guess I must have. We're not injecting the service here. That's very stupid. So we're not passing in this topic client interface. I think that's why. I must have somehow deleted that. Why is that not showing up in the?
Is it possible it wasn't committed before?
Yeah, maybe. Let's see if this service type client. Let's run it like this. This might be it. That's going with an error. Type client is missing from the following properties service.
For the audience, what is this service?
So this service, this topic client, is basically responsible for initiating the HCS-10 client and then monitoring connections from the outbound topic.
Well, I mean, from like the wider Eliza ecosystem, what is the service
Yeah.
when you're configuring your plugin?
Yeah. So the services. This is basically how can the Eliza agent communicate with a communication platform. So, for example, a service might be the Discord client, or the
Yes.
Telegram client, or the Discord, Telegram, Twitter, X client, and obviously the Open Convey or HCS-10. That's another communication platform. So it's basically how does the Eliza agent receive and send messages from another
So
messaging platform, essentially.
interesting. So maybe it wasn't committed before, like when you reset the code, maybe it got removed.
Yeah, I think
So so it seems like we need to create a new instance of the topic client and pass it into that array.
I might just spam Control Z. Let's see how far back we can go. So we've got topic client interface and Hedera client provider. So I really don't understand where.
Maybe part of the Hedera client provider. What's in there?
That's for a separate thing. That's for the this is for the agent kit. Was it not? I'm pretty sure I committed the latest thing for you as well. But okay, well, I guess we can. I'm certain this is type client is missing from the following. Just type service. What do you mean? Name service. Topic client.
Let's see.
What is that error coming?
Yeah, I'm looking at the branch. It's definitely not in the branch.
Yeah. I mean, do we need to? Nope.
Let's see what's going on here.
Topic client interface. Topic client interface. Eliza client name.
Yeah, I'm looking at the branch. Topic client interface is definitely not used anywhere. It's defined, but nothing's happening with it when it's defined.
Yeah, so we're exporting it, but then nothing.
Also, like there's this index.ts file, but it's empty.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's fine. I think what we need to do then is we need to see.
Maybe you create an initialized instance in that array.
No, I tried that as well. Didn't do anything. If we go. That doesn't do anything either.
Well, what is it saying now when you do that? Is it? I guess it's already initialized. I see.
It's not constructible. Client has no construct signatures. Oh, because it's just a.
It's a variable. Well, let's just like try to pop it in like TS ignore it, see what happens. Is it gonna throw in your error or?
I really don't. Okay, let's build it here then. Oh, let's go. Just close that and don't save. Right, so hang on. So we've got index over here. Topic has no. What? Yeah. Okay. Let's try build this. So that's built, and then we can go back over here. PMPS. Let's just do install.
Okay, I see. I'm looking at the Eliza docs.
Yeah.
Is this an Eliza 1 plugin or an Eliza 2 plugin?
This is Eliza 1.
Yeah. Okay, so in the Eliza docs, it actually looks a little bit different than what you and Shaw worked on.
So is that with I wonder if we've updated one of. Did we do?
Oh yeah, that says 256. So that's actually okay. Never mind. Yeah. I sent you the wrong thing.
Would you send?
Oh, okay. So Eliza, which is no longer actively maintained. So 259 has no concept of services. It has this concept of clients, which is super confusing. But a client extends a client interface, which is what you have right now, right? It's extending the client.
And I'm pretty sure
actually yours is extending an event emitter.
Yes.
It's not extending the Eliza client unless let me just
but then we're
you're like forced defining it. I see now.
Yeah, so over here we're doing it. This I believe was let's see if I can find the repos which we were comparing it with. I think if we go to the Eliza docs, let's go to the Eliza GitHub, and we were looking at which disk we were looking at. Discord client. I think we're looking at Discord client. Let's see, client Discord, SRC.
Where do we actually pass the client though in this version of it? I don't see like there's a Discord client example.
So we were client. Maybe in the index. Discord, here we go. Discord plugin. Clients, Discord client interface. What? Maybe I need to put it in clients over here.
I was looking for that in the documentation. Like, what do we do with the client?
Yeah.
That must be it.
Well, it's working.
Let's try that.
Let's try this.
Yep.
Let's build that.
I suspect there was some confusion with the versions.
Yeah.
So this version of the plugin is technically not actively maintained. So that's a battle for another day. The new version, instead of clients, they have this thing called services, and that you have to extend a whole different class to that.
Okay, so now what's
that looks like progress to me.
Yeah, it does. We've got one error closer. Okay, so what's happened over here then? Error starting Hedera helper service.initialize is not a function.
So who's calling .initialize? Where is this coming from?
I don't understand why this. I swear I pushed. Bro, this is really confusing me.
.initialize is called the start agent thing, which is, it looks like it's in your local, this index.ts file, and that's calling a function which doesn't exist, of which again like makes me think like maybe there's like a disconnect to which version you were using.
I wonder if when we installed something, if it's like updated some of the packages.
Well, it could be that you and Shaw were working on Eliza 1.0.
Yeah,
and your local that you didn't commit was on 259. So maybe let's try bumping up to the 1.0 beta.
I'm pretty sure it's some package. No, but we had it working for a second, didn't we? We had it working for a bit.
I think when you ran npm install, it killed it, because I think what you locally you had the newer version of Eliza, and then as we went through the process, like we actually removed the newest. So I think the first step is upgrade to newest version of Eliza, because I think that's what you and Shaw worked on, was on version 1.0 X.
Okay, but when you say version 1.0, 1.0,
yeah, that's why you have like the services array and not the clients array.
Yeah, but I still feel from the call, I've got a feeling that we mentioned, because here we've got client interface. That's coming from /client. Here, this extends event emitter. Does that have a client? Topic client. Here we have client, HCS-10 client. That's the Discord. I mean, it's looking exactly like basically what we had over here.
Yeah, but my guess, and also it's the confusion is confounded because Eliza OS is in the middle of this upgraded.
Yeah.
In the middle of this upgrade. My guess is that the code that you wrote with Shaw was for 1.0. And then maybe something got confunkled with the Git history.
Yeah, let's
So
go.
let's try to upgrade to Eliza 1X inside of your setup.
Okay, so we go.
Gonna be in there, yeah.
Okay, so we want to. No. See, I'm. Okay, we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. Now, I suppose I've got GitHub here. Like, did I? Why can't I see any of the commits? I guess there's nothing. There's not been anything that's changed in here.
Well, let's see what's in the package of JSON.
There we go. So we've got. Yeah, this is literally the core Eliza repo.
Is it? Well, wouldn't it be in the plugin? Would the plugin be using the wrong version of the Eliza OS? Yes, there it is. I'm looking at it. It's on. That's the old one. So you want to be on 1X.
Yeah, but we haven't. We've not updated this at all. We've not. This would be like it wouldn't have updated the. It wouldn't have updated. Google Cloud Vertex AI. I'm not going to go through that. Yeah, see, I'm pretty certain that. Well, okay, we can go. Let's go. npm install Eliza core latest.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's now.
Yeah, that's also the wrong one. It seems like I don't unless because the Eliza docs are a little bit confusing sometimes. I think it's a 1.0.0-beta.
1.0.0-beta, yeah, like that.
Yeah. Let's see.
No.
Dash .32, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So my hunch is only because you mentioned services, which isn't a thing in the old version.
Yeah.
It's only a thing that's in the new version.
In the sort of commit over here, why is it that we don't have any mention of the client? I mean, might literally need to look into bloody the previous video.
It's the gremlins. They just found themselves in your Git history and confuncle things. I don't know. Let's just try. Let's see. Yeah, so it would be client. It would be services with this new setup.
Same thing. Initialize client is missing for service type.
Well, I guess the confusing if we're using the new setup, it has to extend a service class and not a client class.
Yeah, but that
according to their doc.
We're getting further away now. I'm going to have a look at the. I'm going to find the video. I'm going to see if I can reverse engineer it from there. Hedera. This is going to. No, that's our current one. Maybe I'll find it in my history.
Let's see.
Okay. So we're watching video quality 1080p. So this is the topic client. This is inside of our services. I see it. Clients.
That's a little bit of inception here.
So we do have it in, but there's a service array, and it is in the clients. Why was this not part of the GitHub repo? I don't understand. Like, this is
Okay, so it wasn't using the 1x version, but it was defined in the array, and we didn't have that in our version for some reason because of gremlins or GitHub
That's so weird, isn't it? What that should have been. That is, yeah, it's in the clients. Okay, and then have that point. That's not nothing. None of that's changed. None of that's changed. That's still the same. None of that's changed. Hedera client provider, topic client interface. I mean, bruh, this is some trippy stuff.
Well, it seems like the main thing that we were missing was the clients array. So maybe let's go back to the 2.6 version, and then add in the clients thing.
Back over here, revert, discard change. Ah, oopsie. Whatever.
The Hashgraph Online standards SDK. Okay, add that back in after though.
Yeah, well, I mean that was also apparently not in the repo. Okay, yeah, I guess we do need that. So can I get that in? I've got a call now, which I'm going to cancel it because this is much more important. Right, so we've got that back over there. Looks like we're all okay. Let's just make sure that version 0.256. Okay, so we've got that. What's the error over here? That was an error beforehand. Start, okay. Services are empty. PnPm build. Build success. Go over here.
Okay.
Let's go.
Database connection is not open. That's super weird. It knows like it's using SQLite, right? What does that mean? And service initialize is not a function. Right. This is where we were at before. So where is that code happening? Where's that initialize? Oh wait, you don't have it in the service. Yeah, it's client.
Yeah, this is array. I mean that looks similar to how we have over here. I wonder if let's just do like a.
Where is that initialize being called? I'll check on my side. I have the repo open.
Maybe I'll just delete all of the data, start from scratch in the data stuff. I think we did that last time too.
I wonder what it stores in there. It's probably like historical stuff.
There we go. So just deleting that seemed to have fixed it. Weird. So it looks like there was after deleting. God,
we're back.
I just hate code like this. So basically, what happened is after,
it worked. It connected finally.
Okay, so that was just by deleting the data there. Right, before we continue, let me just tell the next meeting that I'm supposed to be in that I'm not going to be in there. Because Hashgraph.
You want to maybe like close your share screen?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Where is it? Where am I even sharing my screen at? StreamYard. Yeah. Okay. Stop screen. Radio. God damn. Coding is just so strange. Try yelling at the AI.
It is, and like the thing is, like AI too is like we actually haven't done any vibe coding yet, which is the funny part. But I don't think that Cursor would have been able to help us here because and for all those streamers who are getting into vibe coding and AI and whatnot, the thing to remember is these large language models, they have to catch up as new things come in continuously. So the one way to do it is we would have had to feed Cursor the entire like Eliza repo, and it would have had to scan through all the files, which sometimes just being a human in the loop is a little bit faster.
Yeah, definitely agree with what you're saying there. Okay, so right, we seem to have got to the same point as we left off. I mean, I'm also going to...
Well, this is further because it actually accepted the connection request. If you're looking at the log, which is really cool, it checked its outbound, and so I have this pending request. I haven't accepted it yet. Oh no! And then it goes and accepts it, and now it's created the topic where you two can talk, which means you've got a tab somewhere that's running Todd, and now Todd should be able to talk to you. So what you can say is click 11. Or actually, let's say 7. They'll give you all your active connections, and it's going to fetch them in real time using the inbound outbound topics. Which one did you type? Did you type 7 or
7? So now it's saying found inbound topic for operator there, and it's a pending request.
Okay, cool. So scroll down, and let's write click 10. So that's like a deeper interface to go in. So let's just confirm. Let's click 1 just to see. There are no pending requests. That means they've all been accepted. So let's go back. So click 0 and click let's say 7 again. Maybe it's been cached.
Inactive. Monitoring state.
Scroll up. Oh wait. Aha, active connections 1. So it sees the active connection with the Eliza agent. It's confirmed by looking at its history now in real time. I guess it was like a little bit of a delay there. And now it's saying, okay, I've connected with Eliza. I can talk to it. So now let's click 8 to send a message.
Send a message to expectation 1. Hey, Eliza. So we have query messages for topic 0.0586825. We've seen a message, loaded connection. So there's been I think we've got...
Well, I see that there's probably some bug in the agent kit there because it failed to... It's still thinking that the entity ID is pending, which is frustrating. And we can't close the session because then we'll lose the PK.
Can we create a new connection with another agent? Yeah, do 6.
Yeah, let's try that. Let's see if that works.
And then we have our agent. Which one of these is going to be the agent account ID?
It should be the one that you put in the IMB file.
Yeah.
That's probably Todd, the one that you just highlighted. The easiest way to just get it from the ENV.
Yeah. So let's go. ENV file. Hedera account ID.
Yeah. So that'll be the Eliza account.
Okay. So we've done that, entered that, already have an established connection. Great.
Let's just register a new agent at this point.
Okay. Let's do that. Register new agent, enter agent name, Todd2, oopsie. Okay, now what I think what would happen is we'll do it, and we're going to get that error again because I'm pretty sure. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to
It
speak
seems
too.
like we've gotten for like the cool thing is that the Eliza plugin booted up. It started monitoring for connection requests and it accepted it. It created a conversation topic. So the only part that's missing now is Eliza being able to talk to Todd on that connection topic that it's already created. It's gotten really far along.
I think there's a difference in that it connected to it from a cold start, whereas if it's already hot, can it connect to a new one? I think that's something which I'm a bit uncertain about.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, that should take probably take about a minute for it to get ready on that side. While that's going, maybe let's look at the code in the Eliza plugin and see what it does afterwards.
Yeah. Then we can do some extra vibe coding.
Yes.
Okay. Come on, Tad 2.
He's almost done now. The image is ready. So at this point, it's recreating its profile, inscribing it, and then it'll create the account afterwards.
I'm going to push all of this to Git just so.
Yeah, so we don't lose it.
Yeah.
Let's check what we have in the changes. So really, it's just adding it to that client's array.
I really just don't understand. Why was this not on GitHub before?
It's the gremlins, man.
Bro, that's just such a waste of time. But anyway. Oh. Okay, so we've got that. Come on.
Let's look at the code while it's going, just to see where the plugin is at, what the current state is.
Yeah, so basically what we're seeing over here, this is all from the constructor. So we have inside of the constructor, we're initiating our client, which is the HCS-10 client, passing in all of this information, logging that information, and then we're doing initialize and monitor. So this initialize and monitor method.
Is this the right way of doing it? Because there's like the programmer in me he's like over my shoulder and he's just like, why is all this happening in the constructor? Why are there asynchronous processes kicking off? Is something supposed, like, I know that there's like a start method. Is something supposed to call the start method and that's where it does all this stuff?
So that start method is over here.
Ah, I see.
And then it's initiating this topic client. So this is definitely the same as what we have in the SRs over here. So this is the Discord client, which I think we modeled off. And we have set up event listeners. And then that's doing
that. Yeah, it's kind of like a similar idea. It's monitoring for stuff, and it's right. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty similar. Now, if we have a look,
I might just be nitpicking that.
yeah. I think again, AI did most of this, but we have this to initialize and monitor. That's loading connections from the outbound topic. So let's have a look at that method. This is then getting messages using the client. And a lot of this logic, by the way, you might recognize it because this is from, at least at the time, this is from the Hedera agent kit. This is from the Hashgraph SDK, or the Hashgraph Online SDK, which is where I basically copied most of this HCS code from. So it's sort of doing all of this. Else if close connection, that sort of stuff. And I think yeah.
Yeah, I see. So this is basically what this is doing is the Eliza agent is going through its outbound topic and it's like, these are all the requests that I've made. And then I'm creating a history of those requests. So I know who I have a conversation with currently. Cool. And Cursor just vibe coded all of this. Very cool.
Yeah, did a good job.
Todd is probably ready by now.
Yeah, okay, so we've got that over here. Right, let's switch to this agent. Yes. Let's initiate conversation with a new client. Yes. Let's get our
fingers crossed.
Let's get our God damn, Jake, hide this stuff.
You're gonna have to roll a bunch of stuff.
So connect over there. This will
boom. I created a connection request now.
Request. Handling request number 3. Oh, it's done it. It's working.
Yes. We've made a connection.
So
Eliza is now talking to Todd.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we have cool. So now list active connections. That should show up with just one active.
Yes. And it doesn't have that pending prefix.
Okay, so that's good. Now I just to be sort of pedantic and make sure everyone's sort of following, if we go to our topic over here, or actually maybe it's even this one, here we've got at so let's go to 113 and then we go to this topic. This is the outbound topic for what's this? So this is our Eliza agent. This is the outbound topic, is it?
No, that is the the Eliza agent's profile.
Right. Yeah. So we go to
inside of the profile
over here.
You pop that into the CDN, and now you can see the inbound topic ID and the outbound topic ID.
Let's have a look at the outbound topic. So this should say there's just been a new connection number 3.
Yes.
And that's at 40, 1 minute ago. Cool. So we have the connection topic over here. Connection topic ID. Okay. And there should be one message, greeting message after hello from Hedera helper.
So it's something cool. If you go on hash scans, just the last thing I think would be cool on how the standard works. If you go to the topic, the connection topic ID, which was created in hash, and you scroll up, you see at the very end, if you actually look at the memo in the topic, scroll up. In Hashgraph Online, the memos are probably like the most important thing with topic IDs because they define the structure and they provide really useful information to clients on how these things work. So with HCS-10, the HCS-10 standard, first you see the prefix HCS-10. That tells the client this is an HCS-10 topic ID.
Yeah.
And then if you go to the standard, you can see these references. We've got the TTL, which is 60. We have the type, which is 1, which is the connection topic ID. The number 2, I have to double check what that means so I don't speak out of turn. That last parameter there is the original inbound topic ID, which this conversation was created from. And that number at the end, 3. Yes, exactly. And the 3 is the message, the sequence number, where the connection was requested originally. Right. So each of these conversation topic IDs have a unique identifier, which is the inbound topic ID and that original message over there. And that's how, that's how the protocol. Yeah, exactly. That 3, that's your connection request. And we're just saying that matches that connection request. That's your UID. And that's how the Eliza plugin and the agent kit and all these things, they can create these maps, essentially recreating the history. Because now they can work backwards from these memos, essentially, in these messages.
Yes, makes sense. So cool. So this here is the new connection topic with a threshold of 1 out of 2, where these submit keys are the Eliza agent's key and Todd agent's key. So we can now submit messages over here. So Eliza agent has just sent the greeting message, and we saw that actually up here somewhere. Now, if we go, we should be able to view incoming messages, and that should show that, shouldn't it?
It should.
Yeah, so view messages
And
from
type 1.
and we have hello from Hedera helper, connection established. So now let's now send a message. What should we say? We should go send message to active connection. Send it to action connection 1.
Let's ask for something. Can you create a token for me?
Yes. Called. So I want to say I want it to be called first HCS-10 token with symbol open convey and initial supply 1 decimal. Okay.
Fingers crossed. No, we don't know if this is gonna work, guys.
I mean, yeah, we don't. Okay.
What happened here? It's pretty interesting. I feel like it tried to do it.
I mean, it's so invalid private key, unsupported key type must be okay. So it looks like an environment variable.
Yeah, that's like that's a thing in the plugin. I think in the Hedera agent kit, you have to define the key type. I did find that a little bit weird, and maybe that's like an action item for later. But you're supposed to have this env variable, which I'm gonna message you from the stream. It's Hedera underscore key type.
There is a reason for that, and that's just because when you're initiating the Hedera client, you need to do.
But again, like if you have the account ID, you can always call the mirror node and get that.
Yeah, true. So we have account ID. Okay, so let's go. I must have accidentally deleted that. I thought we had it in here, but we don't. So we've got Hedera underscore key type, right? And then we want to go. This one's I think ED2.
Yeah. It's all caps, I think. I'm not sure if it'll be able to interpret it.
Yeah, you're right.
I was messing around with the Hedera agent kit this morning, so this stuff is a little bit fresh to me. I feel like I understand it more than the Eliza plugin at this point.
Yeah, it's a bit simpler. But yeah, you're right. So I don't know why I deleted that, but that's fine. Let's now rerun this. PM start. And by the way, it did still send a response. So actually, if we go into view incoming messages, we should see the response, which said, "I'm having trouble generating a response."
That is so freaking cool, dude. Like technically, it is working. They are talking to each other. You've got Eliza. Eliza is talking to Todd, who's running on the standards agent kit. And for those watching, this is happening basically autonomously. It's very cool.
Yeah. So let's go.
At least Eliza's autonomous. Todd is Jake, so not quite autonomous.
It could be autonomous. I mean, the next step would be having 2 Eliza agents running on here, right? Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna send that message again. Oops. Okay, so we're gonna go send.
Yeah, type 8. If we're using the LangChain demo, then you could just type in natural language with all this stuff. But
right, let's try it one more time. So we've just sent it over here. Error generating response. I'm having trouble generating.
Failed to find a healthy working node. What?
Again,
What's going on there?
It's calling the right thing, which is good.
Yeah. What version of the Hashgraph SDK is the plugin using, I wonder? Because I feel like finding the node should basically be automatic with the dynamic address book, right?
That's a really weird error.
That's super weird. I have seen it before. But I feel like the dynamic address book, let's upgrade to the latest one. I see that's 5.6. If you go to like 6.2 plus, it should be good.
Why is, oh, I missed that, that's why. Okay, so do latest here. Right, yeah, let's stop that. We're getting pretty close. I mean, if this works, man, we haven't actually
You are
done...
gonna have to rebuild the plugin, I think, for the thing to map out. But yeah, it's super close. It was only a little bit more. So like, just thinking about it, you guys got really far on that stream with
I think
Sean.
yeah, we did. We did get really far. So okay, two active connections found. Nice. Okay. What's this error?
It's still doing it. And now it's going in circles. I think it's going to keep trying to send messages. No, I guess it gives up after a certain point.
Let's have a look.
Error. Is it the same one? Oh, did you have to run maybe npmi inside of the Eliza plugin setup?
No, no, it should, because it should have been, it should be okay. Let's try.
Well, it depends. It depends if it's like a pair dependency or not. So you might need to run npmi inside of the Eliza.
Okay, let's do that. Leave no stone unturned.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so that's done. Doesn't look like it's done anything. We'll build it as well. Because why not? So start.
And you rebuilt the plugin, right?
I did rebuild the plugin, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. What? Getting...
Now, they're finding a healthy node. Is this like a... I mean, I've got the code base open on my side of the agent kit. So I wonder if it's just like a weird...
Could it be because I have the public key is actually the incorrect public key?
I don't know. Maybe.
That might be, it might be just like a dodgy error message. But
yeah. That's... that doesn't look great. You might have to go through the mirror node API. Like testnet dot. Yeah, pop in the account ID.
Oops.
We need the account ID of the Eliza agent.
Pretty print. So we have key, that's the key.
Yeah.
It is the same. It is the same.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Right, so let's go over here. This is let's paste that.
It didn't have the 302 prefix. That's what was tripping me up. But
yeah, there's like a shortened version. I'm going to close this. This isn't in. Where is it? Couldn't find healthy working node. What are you on about, mate? I mean,
where's managed network? That's all coming from the Hashgraph SDK.
Yeah.
Why is it doing an HBAR balance query? That's also kind of weird.
That is kind of weird, isn't it?
Because you could just get that from calling the mirror node as well.
Let's do, okay, what I'll do is let's run a client. So npm start client. Let's try and communicate with the Eliza agent and just go, we'll try and send this request and see if that works.
Yeah, interesting. Let's have it do something else. Let's say maybe let's transfer some HBAR.
Yeah, okay. Transfer.
Maybe creating a token is too complicated.
Well, but it shouldn't be. I mean, it might just be. It shouldn't be. It may just be that there's an issue with the Hedera agent kit at the moment. That's the only thing that I can think of. Transfer some HBAR to
account 800. Yeah, easy one.
Because I mean, this is now a different error.
Please ensure once confirmed.
Oh,
I will send it.
I probably don't have any HBAR over here, do I? No, does it create it with HBAR?
When you use the agent kit, it puts 50 HBAR in there.
Okay.
You can also using the faucet would be complicated. Yeah, you've got 45.
Yeah.
Maybe tell it to send 1 instead, because you might need the other.
Right. Okay, it's worked, apparently. Let's have a look.
No. Doesn't seem like it did anything.
Oh.
The balance is the same too.
Yeah, the balance is the same. Okay, let's go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stop. I'm going to comment out the client for now. Let's rebuild this. Let's start it again. And let's see if it just straight up works. Or do we have some...
Oh, that's interesting. It's logging the open convey stuff, even though we moved
it. Yeah. I didn't build it. Oh, I did build it.
You did build it.
Maybe I need to build this. Still doing that. Why is that?
Well, that's probably not from the open convey. That's just, or is it?
Yeah, it is. It's saying HCS SDK. So that's weird.
That's super weird.
Maybe I need to try PNP installed again here. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got rid of it.
All right, that's done. So let's refresh this. Actually, I wouldn't do. Refresh. Okay, so that's connected. Chat. Send message. Fail to find. I think it might just be a Hedera SD. Well,
it seems like it might be something with the agent kit itself.
Yeah.
Get
HBAR balance.
When I retrieve the HBAR balance, I typically don't do a query. I will typically use the mirror node API directly.
I think that does it under the hood. I hope. But this sort of stuff, like, I mean, why is it? I might just try a normal create. Let's be more direct.
Get HBAR balance.
Why is it just being such a moron? Yes, that's what I want. It's not calling a.
Oh, it is calling the mirror node API, at least according to the code or the test file.
It keeps on saying error, failed to find a healthy mirror node, and then it kind of. I think at this point it. I think at this point it just gives up. I'm going to try just do a normal Hedera script.
Get HBAR balance. Inside the Hedera agent kit calls this get underscore HBAR balance function. It is doing an account balance query. Which is a little bit weird.
But it's not even over here, executing handler for action none. So it's not even selecting a tool. Oh, I know. Okay. Okay. This is probably why. So we're not using the Hedera character. Characters. Okay, so I need to. This is a bit. This is a bit of a pain. I think that's why, because it's not using the right character. Where is the character file, man? GitHub.
Is that in the Hedera devs repo?
Should be. But yeah, we need to use a special character file. I think that's one of the main reasons why it's not working. Let's go. Where is the character file at? I think we can find it in here. Characters. Hedera character. Okay. Let's do that. Let's add a hedera.character.json. Oh no, but is it in the? It should be in the. There's a default character too. Default character. No, it should be using this. This is the default character.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it does. It is using it. Wow.
Well, it wasn't logging it earlier, so I was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. It was logging. It wasn't the same. Yeah, it's doing the same thing. Got the client. Let's try ask this question again. But it just doesn't.
Do you have to restart that interface? It doesn't really matter because it's talking to.
What this client UI?
Yeah.
Shouldn't do.
Yeah, because it's talking directly to your agent.
Request, yeah. What's this?
Seems like an off issue.
Open router. No, that's not open. That should be open AI. Do you know what? I'm tempted to delete that data again.
Well, it's trying to call the agent kit, and the error it's getting is that it can't find a working node.
As mentioned earlier, I wonder if it's like there's just. Let's delete this. Let's go. Might be because there's like this in the memory. It seems to think that I can't do it. So then the future responses are always, you can't do it. That makes sense. Let's have a look. Hedera helper, come on. No, it's weird. I'm unable
Well, it started giving this error after you added the character file.
No, there's no errors now. But what's straight? It's not actually executing the handler. I guess here it's not even Hedera client provider. Passing it. So we've got all of these actions over here. Just realized I meant to be another cool. There we go. That's cancelled as well. Cool. Right. Let's just go.
Do you want to try it again without the character file being?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it was closer along, and I think the root of the issue is actually the agent kit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree. So we've got new chat. Same thing. Well, yeah. So you're right. It definitely seems closer. Hedera mint token. That shouldn't be doing Hedera mint token. It should be doing Hedera create token. It's got the action.
Let's just try tell it to transfer HBAR again, because that is quite more complicated to.
No, but I've done. I'm going to go create a token for me. What's it called? I mean, This, like, I've done this hundreds of times with the agent kit. Hedera Minto, bro, what is going on with this, man? I think the Hedera agent kit is just dodgy at the moment. What's
It
happened?
isn't.
Yeah, so it's called what? It's calling the wrong tool.
I see.
But so the frustrating thing here is that it's working. It's just obviously there's some. Are we at the latest Hedera agent kit?
That'll be in the Hedera plugin, I think, right?
Yeah, it will
For
be.
Eliza.
Hedera 1.0. I'm pretty sure that's the latest. Because I think I'm the only person who can update this. PM. Yeah. Let me try 0.5. See if that works.
I was wondering what version of the Hashgraph
Yeah,
is today.
Your audio is
Let's find out.
audio is a bit clean. I can hear myself. It's my audio.
It's my headphones just died, which is the issue.
Okay. It's causing a. I don't even want to talk. There we go. I think it's gone. Oh, you muted yourself. Okay. So we've just built it. This is. Yeah, it seems like the issues with the Hedera agent kit, but it does. It's trying to get there.
I'll say the Hedera agent kit's using 2.6.
This is really bad quality.
Hashgraph SDK. The Hedera agent kit's actually using the 2.5.6 version of the Hashgraph SDK.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So maybe one thing you can do in your package.json in the plugin is
You
do
sound like a
resolutions.
robot at the moment, Cancer. You sound like a robot. Oh, look. No, oh, hang on. Null.mirrornet. Do I not have the environment variable testnet? Yeah, I do. But can you sort out your audio, Cancel?
See, testing 1, 2, 3.
Still quite crackly. I think Pluto's Cancer has become the AI.
Let me, maybe I'll go do a little bit at the top. We'll come back here in a second.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
If you can hear me, maybe in the Eliza plugin, you can do a resolution on the Hashgraph SDK because it's on the wrong version.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I can do that. Let's see if. Oh, test.
Test. Oh, now you're frozen. No, what is going on?
Dude, Cancer, I'm back.
Yeah.
No, what happened there? Okay.
No
Oh,
idea.
I think you've got
I actually
robot
thought it
voice
was my
again.
internet. I did the robot voice again. No.
You've got AI voice. Okay. Is it? Do you want to test your mic?
Test.
No, there's just no. Yes, looks good. Looks good.
Okay, great.
Sounds good.
Okay, what I was saying is the agent kit is using like an old version of the Hashgraph SDK, I think pre-dynamic address book. So one thing that you can pack into the plugin is adding a resolution to the newer version in package.json of the Hashgraph SDK. So basically, we'll say use this version instead of the old one inside the agent kit.
That's true. So that I do in the package.json in here.
In the plugin, you can also do it from the Eliza side, but I don't think the Hashgraph SDK is in there. So
yeah, let's do it here. So we've got
yeah. So what you would do is you would I'll copy that line because you're going to need it in a second.
This line over here.
Yeah, let's copy that line and then add a resolutions key inside your package.json.
Resolutions.
And then just paste that right in there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. What's that saying is
just rebuild.
anytime that Hashgraph SDK is used, use that version instead of whatever they're using.
Cool. Good idea. Yeah. So let's go install. Probably don't need. Yeah, probably do need to do that.
You do, and you will need to
now
build it.
Rebuild it. Yeah. I'm on a hotspot now, which is dodgy, and I've no idea why. I hope the co-working space which I'm working at now doesn't have a. I hope the co-working space hasn't shut doors for now. Not sure why the thing's not working. I've also just texted Ty to see if he can join. He said he's free in 15 minutes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Okay, so I've installed it. I've built it. Let's now go back over to the Eliza repo. We'll install here, and then we'll build. Okay, do all of that.
You rebuilt the plugin,
Okay.
right? And then it should be using it.
Yeah, I did rebuild the plugin, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, let's go back over here. Start new chat. Paste that in. Okay. Send message. Error finding healthy node.
It's the same
Keep
bug
calling the
still.
Minto. There's something bigger than this, man. I think it's just something dodgy with because it's also calling the wrong tool.
Is it still like showing undefined for the network call? Because I know, like, we did notice it. Looked like, yeah, it says null.marinode.hedera.com.
Is that? I wonder if it's. We've got
so it's like
Hedera
not passing the right AND. And that's from the plugin itself. So maybe it's a matter of what is the plugin actually using it.
Yeah, I mean, well, let me. I uncommented. Okay, let's have a look. Hedera network. Hedera network. Hedera network underscore. Hedera underscore network underscore type. Bro, that's why. It's because it's not network. Why is it Hedera network type for the environment variable? I think that's the reason.
Well, what's that even used for?
So let's do. I think it's because I got the environment variable name wrong. It's Hedera network underscore type.
That
as
is what
opposed
it's
to
used.
Hedera
Yeah,
network.
that indeed has to be in the Eliza plugin Hedera. It looks like.
No, I think it should
If all of
propagate
this
through.
is because if all of this is because of an env variable, then just be like classic dev issue.
Yeah, literally just classic. Okay, let's do something simple. Transfer one H bar
to account
to
800.
To the to account 800. Yeah, to account 800. So boom. Where's the UI gone to 0.0.800? I'm pretty sure the environment variable used to be just network over the network type.
The network type is super confusing and non-standard.
Done that. That looks.
There is a little bit of a delay,
HBAR.
I think, from your hotspot.
Yeah, probably. It's looking good though. There
Extracted
we go.
data.
There.
We're so sorry, guys. It was classic dev env bug. I guess you can probably uncomment the thing that removed the plugin for open convey, and it'll probably work too.
Yeah.
There it is.
Let's do that. There we go. Oh man, I just hate developing, bro. I hate developing. Okay, let's go over here. We will, and if this works, I'm gonna I'm gonna call it a day. I've been going too crazy. So we'll add the client. We'll build this again. We will install. Do all of that over here. Cantor, is my audio okay, or is it still a bit buggy, a bit sort of laggy?
Your audio is good.
Hotspot?
Your audio is good. Video lags sometimes, but it seems to be pretty good right now.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So let's go. Got the connection already. Let's go over here. Send message to existing to active connection. Let's go. Oh, I'm having angels. Oh, what's that? What's that for? I forget about that. I'm gonna. Forget about that. I don't care. Let's send a new message. Transfer 1H bar to 0.0.800. Are there any other errors? No, it's looking good. Let's send that.
If this works, it's actually quite terrifying and probably an action item to not allow that to happen. But
yeah, it should, because there should be an error throwing if you don't have the correct environment variable. Or at least a default network, but it's not. There's an error, so I'm having trouble. Why is that errored? We don't really have any.
Do you have API credits at OpenAI?
Yeah. Error generators. Why is that? Usually we have nicer error messages, don't we?
Yes. And this time we're not getting an error at all. But when you were talking to Eliza in the client, it just worked right away.
Yeah, we got. I mean, it submit message. Okay, so that message submit is telling it that it's failed. Okay, so Hedera network underscore type testnet.
Do we also need Hedera underscore network in some other places?
I hope not. I don't think so. I did. I built everything over here.
It does technically use it in other places, which is that's a standards agent kit. Never mind. No, it looks like it's typed consistently.
Oh wait, the standards agent kit uses it.
It does.
Maybe. Okay. So maybe. Okay. So maybe we do need. I mean, this is we need to.
It's definitely non-standard, and it should just be Hedera network or just network.
Yeah, it should just be Hedera network. I totally agree. I'm pretty sure it was just Hedera network as well. Not sure why it changed, but that might be why we're not getting anything meaningful. Okay, so we've got error generating response. I'm having trouble now.
You rebuilt and
I didn't rebuild it because we're just updating the environment variables.
Oh yeah, true. I need to do that.
So look, it's working over here. If we query it, oh man. Okay, should I delete the data folder and see? I bet it works.
Potentially. Yeah, maybe let's try doing that.
This data file seems dodgy. Pim. Let's just do everything again as well.
It's a larger action item too. It's just upgrading to Eliza 1 from 2.
Yeah, so I think it's still. I don't think it's fully done yet though. I don't think Eliza 1 or V2 is fully complete.
Gotcha.
Error. See, why are we getting this error? Error generating response. Having trouble generating the response now.
Where is that getting logged from? That looks like it's getting logged from the plugin itself. So error generating response. I don't see that.
Look here.
Anywhere in the
Oh, generate. Oh, what's this? That's in plugin Hedera. Runtime generate reply does not exist on agent runtime.
Oh, interesting. Did we? Oh, but you downgraded the agent kit. But the runtime is Eliza's runtime.
Yeah, this is.
What version of Eliza?
I mean that I think same version as before.
Got it.
Should respond. Await generate response. Okay, generate response. Then it goes over here, and then it says property. I mean that I think was. I think this was always like that. Generate reply. Generate. Yeah, we didn't. Unless AI is writing code without my permission, that I think is just an issue. Feels like we're going 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, and we're at the 1 step back at the moment.
Yeah, because this was all working earlier.
Yeah, exactly. It was working. I mean, even when we let's just try send like a normal non-Hedera action message and see what happens. 6. No, we want to go send message. Okay, 8, 1. Hello there. So this was working before. Hello there. I'm having trouble generating a response now.
Yeah, so it's not able to reply to anything, it looks like.
Why is that? Message 20. Why is that?
Oh wait, it says message submitted successfully. Do you see that? Oh, but so it is writing. So the integration is working, but for some reason,
yeah, it's just this. It's this generate reply here. Doesn't. I mean, is that okay? Let's go. Yeah, I've not changed this file since I committed. Since I committed to it a while ago.
Yeah.
Why is that? And if we have a look at, if we go over to the Discord messaging, generate, what is it? Generate reply, generate reply. Generate reply, client, generate reply. Generate response. Where's generate response coming up? That's inside of this topic.ts. Generate response. I'm convinced this code's changing in front of our eyes. The way generate message response. So why are we not using that? Why are we using?
There's no method in the runtime that does anything close to that.
No, but I've not updated this file. Do you see what I mean? Like,
what is calling generate
is that coming from?
response? It's handled standard message.
Yeah.
I guess.
So that
why would we?
Fine. And
what is generate response supposed to do? Is that supposed to call the LLM and like figure out which tool to use and whatnot?
Yeah, exactly. And if we have a look over here, there's this generate message response function, which is actually being imported from Eliza core. Let's just update it so it does this. I have no idea why.
Yeah, try calling generate message response. Let's see what happens there. It's super weird though. It was replying earlier. I was calling tools earlier, so.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, getting better. Honestly, I have no idea.
Maybe it's actually I think we didn't get this far earlier, and that's why I didn't get this bug earlier.
We did. It sent a reply. Remember?
Well, we made connection requests. We never like read the content and responded because it had to. Well, actually, no. Maybe I'm wrong. Never mind. Let's try that generate message.
We did. Yeah. Got model class.
I wonder what that means.
Okay, let's go again. But I'm certain that we did reply with a message. I mean, if we go to we can see that on the topic, can't we? Submit message, topic ID. Please try again later. Please try again later. Please try again later. Please try again later. Oh, no. Okay, no, you're right. Okay, looks like actually we didn't. Okay, yeah, maybe this is an AI hallucination then, and actually we didn't get this far.
Yeah, I don't think the Eliza ever replied back. Todd was definitely writing properly using the integration, but the AI wasn't.
You know what it was? So it replied with that message, but because we were having the bug on we went straight to doing a Hedera agent kit test. So we thought well, at least I did. I thought that was the error response for the Hedera agent kit failing, but actually it's just the generic error response.
Yeah. Feels super close. Irony of this whole session is we haven't done any vibe coding. This is all human generated code.
Okay, but I think that's why, at least for me, when I saw that error message, I was like, oh, it's failed with okay, so we're getting some error in trim tokens, error generate response. Okay, again, we're one error closer.
Error in trim tokens. What is that? Is that in topic.js?
Trim. Where's that coming from?
That doesn't seem like it's us.
I wonder if it's
Yeah, I
because
don't see
have...
anything about trimming here.
Oh, that's not, memory's not being sent anywhere. Should it be? Message,
What is
generate response, message, memory, message. Oh,
what is
huh.
that? Sounds like an Eliza thing, this memory thing.
Yeah, but I think that is relevant. So what did we have before? We had okay, so we're actually doing some net new coding here for the first time, which I think is good. In
Before
terms of
generate response took that first argument, and memory was coming from I'm looking at the original code, and the memory had like some mermaid stuff and some content in it.
yeah, let's just add some logs over here. So we've got Eliza logger.info. Let's log the memory. And then also let's see if, because this response might actually be generating something at this point. But over here, looking at the code which we modeled off, we've got this message object which is being passed in, which contains the user ID and the room ID. Now I'm pretty sure this tells Eliza which tells it where to pass it to.
It looks like that's for logging something though. If you go like a few lines more, it uses that to log something in that data folder. But the actual response.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't.
Right. Yeah.
My guess,
fair.
Seeing that that's like a .log call, that's actually not super important.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's a good point. Okay. Well, anyway, we're logging this response, see if it's actually generating anything.
Yeah, let's do it.
And what was the error that we're getting? Is this error in trim tokens? Processing message. Hello there. That the message we just sent. Hello there. Yeah.
No action found in the response content. That like makes me raise my eyebrow a little bit. What's that mean?
I'm also gonna add thingies in here. Like maybe not. Maybe it's due with the fact that we've not.
It's a mini, and mini is just not as good.
I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of speculating at the moment, but maybe because we don't have any settings in there. Okay, so what we've done, we've added some logs. Let's build it again. Did I build it? I'm gonna do it one more time just in case. Build it, and then we can. Oh, that's better.
That's a lot of logs. Embedding lots of zeros. I don't know if that's what we're expecting.
Oh, it's doing stuff in the. Okay, it's handling previous messages. What's going on? Error generate. What is all that?
I think that's the response thing that we logged earlier.
Oh, sorry. Of course, yeah.
It does say warning, no action in the response content, and I wonder if that's important.
Right, it's the same. So we have, yeah, that's fine. I think it is no action in this case because I think it is no action because we're just saying hello there.
interesting because have we confirmed that the error is happening inside the generate response call?
Well, if we do generate response, so I don't think we are. We're getting that. We're logging the memory. That's the memory, isn't it? So we're logging the memory. Memory, but we're not getting the. Are we logging the response? Nah. So it says
No,
error.
it doesn't get that far.
I wonder if. So we have.
Are we passing something incorrectly to that function on the
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm kind of thinking. We've got content, text, and source. I mean, is it something to do with the embedding? Error in trim tokens. Let's have a look at this.
You need the runtime.
Oh, that would actually be in generate response.
Context is supposed to be a string, it said. So maybe we just pass in the JSON encoded string of the original message.
Right, okay.
What are we passing as context right now?
So currently context is an object. Context is text and source. So maybe we just need to be sending in the text, yeah? And that's content.
Yeah, I don't think there is context that it's passed. The context is supposed to be a string. That's what generate message response is expecting.
Okay, context
according to a type hint.
So we have
what are we passing?
Okay, so right. So we've got and
what are we
state
passing in though?
Where's that's obviously the that I guess is going to be. God, I think this is AI hallucination thing here. So we've got let's take that. So we've got generate response over here, and that is if should respond. Context is compose context. I don't think we've got this either.
Where's compose context? Is that a Discord thing or is that an Eliza thing?
Compose context is a Discord thing, but what this is doing is it's going, okay, it's basically taking in the Discord template and then up to, I think we can sort of ignore this. Maybe what we can do is how's this getting set? So what's our state? So our state is compose state, agent name, Hedera message, this.runtime.is. No, that's okay. We're passing in our state for generate response. Whereas here, we're not passing in context as a third. This is some dodgy AI thing, I think. So context string. And state.
The context of the message to be
is state even being used in this? Doesn't look like it's even being used in their generate response, is it?
No, it doesn't look like it. But so maybe it's in the runtime. I don't know. Maybe in the context, let's just ensure that it's like a JSON stringified version of the original content.
Yeah, I mean, even if we have a look at the context up here, context comes from the state and the template. What's this?
Let's see. There's the agent kit knowing have any methods like this? Another question. Because I do think the agent kit has some builders or something like that.
So it's looking. I think what we're missing is the context, and that's the actual string. I've got. Should we try? Maybe we can copy this. Just compose context. Compose context. Import that. There's no template. Do we need a template? No, I shouldn't need it.
Well, it's using the Discord one.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Maybe
think.
it needs our character file, the one that you were making earlier.
I mean, is it possible to have no I don't know. I don't think we really need a template, to be honest.
You have in the templates folder in the plugin, can you pass it that?
Yeah, let's do that. So we've got templates.
It looks like there's a template for like each type of transaction. So
Okay.
it's a little bit dodgy, but we can pass in like the HBAR transfer one or something.
That's in our over here. In our client SRC. I think there's like a default agent default character. So we should have a template in here, I think. No, we don't have any templates.
There's templates in the Hedera plugin itself, though. Oh, you're already looking at them.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So where's that coming from then? Runtime.character.template. Or okay, let's import that then. So we'll go. What's it called? Hedera HBAR transfer. Oh, we've got loads of templates.
Yeah.
There
needs to be like some kind of decision matrix, but I think for now let's just hard code one, see if that works.
Okay, yeah, let's try that.
Like the balance one.
Or if we do Hedera HBAR transfer template, then we can try a Hedera HBAR balance. Okay, so we've got the context, so that's now set. Now we pass in the context over here. Now, I think now we can try it. Now we're looking closer.
Yeah.
npm build.
The really cool thing here is that the two agents found each other, and now they're able to talk to each other. And the part that we're struggling with right now in setting up the actual plugin is ensuring that we're using that generate response function properly. And I don't think like with Shaw, I don't think you guys got this far before.
No, we didn't get this far. Generating text, querying message. This is sort of going back
further than before.
There's no errors, I don't think. Generating text with options, model, select model, query messages.
Did it send a response? I don't know.
I'm not getting any errors.
It said something about an empty response in the logs.
Yeah, okay. Empty response generated for. Again, we're closer. We're closer. I mean, let's have. Is there? No, it's not even. It's not sent anything back this time, I think.
Also, I don't know where 26 is coming from because that's not the current sequence number.
Oh, do you think that could be a? Okay, let's try. Should we just send another message?
Yeah, let's see.
One. Let's see, Todd. Hello. There, we've got that. Okay. So it's trying to generate the text. Receive response from OpenAI. Empty response again. I think maybe it's like a type mismatch at this point.
Did we log what the generated response is anyway?
Yeah, we should be logging the response.
But it's not coming up.
We should probably log info response. Amount and account ID. Interesting. So that's what the response is. Amount and account ID.
That's what's wrong though.
Yeah. Okay. So probably to do with also the fact that we are passing in the template. This context is being formatted with that Hedera HBAR transfer template. Let's log the context. But I think there's I wonder how the compose context, generate response content, send message in chunks.
I mean, maybe this is where we pull out our vibe coding sleeves.
So yeah.
I think it's a good time to ask Cursor, because where I'm confused about is how this compose context method is supposed to work.
Yeah.
And like, what is the template supposed to look like? Because like, there has to be a decision matrix of some sort here, right? Like it has to decide which agent kit function is it going to use and how does it do that based off.
Yeah. See that's yeah, exactly. And I think because presumably at this point with compose state, generate response using, I think at this point, well, something which is important is this callback. So this callback, which gets used over here, this callback, I remember being important basically. And it looks like it takes the response content, which comes from generate response. So yeah, I think at this point, it should have selected the correct tool that it needs to use.
What happened if we just get rid of the context completely? Well, does it have enough in the runtime to know what to do?
Well, I mean, I guess what we can try.
Put the message that it's replying to.
Yeah. So what? Memory.content.text. Should we try that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's give that a try. I don't think it's ideal, but let's try that and see what happens. I think with composing context, it also gives the previous messages. And should we log in the response over there? Context given the last message. What's all this?
That's a database thing again.
Context given the last where's context being logged?
Oh, we're still doing that.
Okay, so yeah, so this is what's being sent to the LLM, which I think that comes from over here. Given the last, yeah, right, okay. Given the last message. It's going quite, doing a lot of stuff. Hello from
message. Because that's the one that Todd sent earlier. Doesn't look like it's, oh, interesting.
Unexpected token T. Token to transfer. It's going crazy right now. This is logging more stuff than usual.
Yeah.
Response from receive response.
You might want to change back to mini. You're probably getting charged a lot with 4.0.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so this is irrelevant for now.
Well, it's still passing that context down into generate response. Is generate using it for anything?
Yeah, not yet. It's just
Okay.
using the memory content.txt, which has had sort of the message. But equally, so over here, what's the because presumably in order to create the correct context, it must have identified which tool to use. Otherwise, it'd use the wrong template.
Yeah, exactly. There has to be like a decision matrix of some sort.
Yeah.
Is
So
that happened by Eliza, or how does that usually happen?
Well, that's well, by when using the normal stuff, it's done by Eliza. Let's have a look if it's done over here at all, because we've got the thing. One of the differences between the Discord server and the Discord client and this client is that the Discord client has a messages class as well as a client class. We just merged them both together.
I see. That makes it complicated.
But I guess where's the message manager? Message manager.
I guess the bigger question is, does Eliza even have this concept of tools generally?
I think so.
Like join voice thing, right? What causes that here? If you just do a search for join voice.
Actions. Oh, they've imported their actions over here. Okay.
Oh, is actions a Eliza v1 thing?
Oh, it's registering its actions. Do we need to register actions?
Oh, and maybe that's why it's doing none. Remember that log where we were questioning, like, why is it doing none?
Yeah.
What's inside of these actions?
Well, that's just like a tool. That would be one of these, I think.
Oh yeah, we already got a bunch of those.
Yeah. So that wouldn't necessarily. Sorry, I need to go and check my phone quickly. I'll be gone for a sec.
Yeah, no worries. For those who are still with us on the show, just a reminder that this is a streaming session where we're covering integrating OpenConvey into the Hedera Eliza plugin. And it's part of a broader effort around the Hedera AI Agents Hackathon, which is going on right now. If you haven't entered yet, you can go to hashgraphodline.com/hackathon, and you'll have the opportunity to potentially win from a pool of $30,000 in prizes, as well as be able to pitch at a demo day on May 20th. So if you haven't signed up yet, go to hashgraphodline.com/hackathon.
For sure. Okay, right. Unfortunately, it's getting a bit late for me. I need to head off because I need to get the train back home.
Yeah.
But damn, this is a sticky one still. I think you're right in the sense that this is probably a time for vibe coding where we get all of this context in the client and the messages.ts, compare that to what we have over here, and then maybe find what the difference is. Should we give it a try here, and then we'll just go.
If you'd like to, and you're also probably tired, I think at this point we could do a follow-up stream on Friday or Thursday or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Maybe we go follow-up stream on Friday, similar time. I'll be at home. I'm currently in like a co-working space. I'll be at home, so we can. I'll be nice and comfortable. But I think that's a good plan, and we can. I'll push all of these repos so it's up to date. If you have a little look in the meantime, probably just some to what we're doing.
If we didn't write a bunch of code, I feel like we understand how this stuff integrates a little bit better now. Shaw's not here to hold our hand, and that was fantastic on the last session. But I think we're starting to understand Eliza a little bit better, which will make this integration cleaner, and ultimately it feels like we're getting quite close.
Yeah, man, I agree. Cool. Well, let's catch up on Friday. Get Hashgraph Hustlers back on. Hopefully, actually do some vibe coding that time. And maybe I'll text Shaw, see if he's able to join too.
Yeah, it'd be great to get Shaw back on.
Yeah. All right, Cantor, really appreciate your time here, man. I'm going to jump off because I do need to start heading back home. But Friday, we will be back, and Friday, we're going to do it.
Sounds good.
Awesome,
That's a
guys.
deal. Cheers,
Take
Jake.
care, thanks for tuning in.